Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. Jacqueline. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. Jacqueline at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, and our show today is Talking Heads. And if you're new to our platform, Talking Heads is a show where experts from around the world come and share their knowledge, their expertise to help make us better personally and professionally. Each talking head has been hand selected, gone through an interview process, and they have their own show that I open and close for them. Today, our talking head expert is Cathy Fulton. Let's bring her on. Hi, Cathy.
Hi, good morning.
So nice to see you. And I love these presentations you started doing last week. You are an incredible interior designer and your work is at the highest level. And today I know you're sharing something that's really relevant to everyone and anyone when it comes to getting organized. So I'm going to give you the stage and I'll be back at the end after your presentation.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. Today I have approximately 45 to 50 different organizational accessories to show you that will really take all the chaos and clutter out of your kitchen so that it will no longer be a nightmare when you open up your kitchen cabinets. So let's get right to it. So if you take a look at this kitchen, other than the fact that it's beautiful, it looks organized and clutter-free, right? Well, we all know looks can be deceiving, and what goes on behind closed doors can always be another story, if you know what I mean. In other words, the inside of your cabinets might look like this, or worse, even like this. But the good news is, there are multiple ways to take your kitchen from completely disorganized to everything has its place and you know where that place is. Now, oddly enough, one of the most popular ways to begin the organizational process is by hiding the waste receptacle. I'm telling you, so many times I walk into a client's kitchen and this is the first thing that I see. What an eyesore, right? But fortunately, there are multiple ways to upgrade your waste receptacle. So let's take a look at a few of these options. So this one is a stainless steel model, and which really makes it extremely durable and sturdy. It also has a storage tray for cleaning products and additional trash bags, which makes it very handy. Now, here's another idea. This one is made out of maple. Well, it's maple wood, and there are dovetail sides, again, which makes it very durable, coupled with the storage container for cleaning products and or trash bags. It also has the capacity for 2 containers, so possibly one for trash and the other for recycling. Very handy. Now, this model, it holds 2 trash cans and it's made out of aluminum. Again, it's very sturdy and durable. And actually, I have this one in my house and it works like a charm. I love it. Now, here's an idea if you need multiple receptacles. You could use one for trash, maybe the other for recycling. And if you have some healthcare products or healthcare needs at home, like a place to dispose the needles, this would probably be a good fit for you. Now, if you're in the habit of recycling food waste, then this countertop container might just be for you. So those are just a few of my favorites as far as hiding the waste receptacle is concerned, but there are tons of other models and ideas out there. So moving right along, the next category of very popular accessories for cabinets are those that solve problems surrounding blind corner cabinets. Well, what are blind corner cabinets, you might ask? Well, it's typically the largest and or deepest cabinet in your kitchen that you can put the most stuff in, but you're never going to be able to find until you're either packing up the kitchen or moving. And actually, this is what a blind corner cabinet looks like. You see how deep it is? I mean, you could literally crawl to the back of it, or I don't know, hide in it if you're playing hide and go seek. That's about how useful they can be. But the solution to organizing this type of cabinet comes in the form of a double or single optimizer. That's what this whole apparatus is right here. And there's tons of shapes and sizes and even materials too. So it's really all according to what will work for you. Now, in this picture, you kind of get a sense of how it will work. You just open the door and it pops out. And when you're closing the door, it slides right back into place by, just basically taking a hard right back into position. And here are just a few other examples, just the different sizes and the different materials. Like, for example, this one is made out of walnut. So this one is going to be much more expensive than any of the other ones that I've shown you just because it's made out of walnut. Here's another one. This one is often referred to as a cloud just because of the shape, and it has the plastic bottoms, wood bottoms. Now, this one is just going to be, it's just completely plastic. And so it's probably going to be the least expensive one. But hey, if it works for you, go for it. They also have single optimizers. This is an example. This is an example of the wood optimizer. So there are an inordinate amount of choices out there to make that blind corner spot fit and make it functional. Now, moving right along, no one likes to leave the sponge out because it's just not real attractive, right? So what do you do with the wet sponge and the Brillo pads and all the other little cleaning instruments? Well, probably the best idea is using tip-out trays. You can install tip-out trays that come in a plastic or even a stainless steel. Just make sure you have the best hinges possible because the tip-out trays, they're used frequently. And if you don't have really solid hinges, that little door piece will ultimately end up falling off. And then that's just a whole nother conversation. So while we're in the sink area, just curious, does this look familiar? Well, here are a few ideas to resolve this issue. They make some really great pull-out trays and devices so that it can at least be functional instead of a mess. However, the only problem is there's different plumbing configurations, so one size does not necessarily fit all. So, if neither of these options are a fit, you could try this. And this would be door storage. So at least there's a little bit of functionality in this area. They're great for storing cleaning products. And in this instance on the right, you have storage for plastic bags. And I think they've even snuck a sponge in there. How about that? So you could also, they come in small configurations for products like salt and pepper shakers. And then like this one on the right, you could even store your entire cleaning basket. Why not? It gets it out of the way. And then sometimes clients have a difficult time trying to find an area to store cutting boards. I think that this is an excellent fit. It's out of the way and it's easily accessible. Does this look familiar? The dreaded pots and pans. Where do we put them? What do we do with them? How do we organize them? Well, hang on, because I have the solution for you. It's a huge request that I have for clients, and I have multiple options for you. Now, this one on the left, it's very obviously it's easily accessible. The only thing that would personally drive me nuts would be the clanking of the pots and pans every time you touched it, meaning to pull it forward or push it backward. Now, on the right, we have the pegboards, and I think that that's very practical and it takes up very minimal space. I think that that's a great option. So here's two other examples of how you could store your pots and pans. But then this one is my favorite. I think this configuration makes a lot of sense because there is a slot for each and every piece. Moving right along, rollout trays. So let's talk a minute about this. There is a rollout tray in every size. And this is a great option if you have an existing kitchen that you're just basically trying to reorganize. However, if you're starting from scratch or remodeling, my advice would be basically from a financial point of view, would just to be to do drawers. The cost will be about the same and you'll gain so much more usable space. So that being said, let's take a look at different rollout tray configurations. So this one on the left is designed specifically for Tupperware. I mean, you got to love it. How many of you have tens of thousands of lids floating around all over your drawers? I just think it's phenomenal. It makes excellent sense. And then this one on the right is designed specifically for pots and pans again. So another option. And then here's a few more options. Like the one on the right here, you could put your muffin tins, your cake pans. I mean, these are all things that you typically, at least in my world, are stacked. And it's a nightmare to try to even find them or reach them. And then sometimes you're just like, why bother? And, rollout trays are also, they're great for storing like mix masters, bread machines, toaster ovens, anything that's like really big and heavy and would otherwise be an eyesore, like sitting on your kitchen countertop. Now, moving on to pull-out cabinets. These are a fantastic design. They make so much sense, and I have a gazillion of them in my kitchen. You can store a little bit of everything in these pullouts, and they have so many different options available. Like, for example, in this one, see how you can store your whisk and your spatulas and all of your big spoons, and you can even put oils and maybe some mixing bowls. I just think it makes perfect sense. Here's another configuration where you can actually store, like, they have an actual spot for zip tight boxes. And then on the right, there's a configuration where that would be the perfect place for your paper towels and maybe some of your other cleaning products. And see, they're typically very narrow too, so you can buy a lot of them. It's great for storing knives. Look at this. You will never have to wonder where one of your knives are, or almost slice your finger off trying to find it in a drawer. These are awesome. They're amazing. You could also store cutting boards in these as well. And then how about these or this size for like your spices and your cooking oils? I love it. And then I love this one for storing your saran wrap, your foil, your cookie sheets. I mean, they're just, it's perfect. And I mean, they're just great for all the things that are normally very, very difficult to keep organized. Now, I love this one. I think it is just absolutely fantastic. It's larger. It's probably one of the largest sizes that are typically offered. But I mean, look how phenomenal it is for storing your bowls and all of your platters. So love it. Love it. Every kitchen needs at least 5 or 6 of these. Now, the next organizational tool that I want to point out to you it falls under the category of fillers. You may be wondering, what is a filler relative to a kitchen? Well, believe it or not, they're in every kitchen, and it's actually also known as unusable space, but it gets categorized as a filler. So, but what I want to do is I want to show you some ideas as to how you can turn a filler into usable space. Okay, so you see this refrigerator here, and then see on the left and then on the right how, I mean, these aren't very wide, but they're tall. And look at how they turn this into what would have normally just been a piece of wood going down the side and around the refrigerator into storage. I mean, it's amazing. And see, here's another version. These are a little bit wider, but I mean, see, they even stored their pots and pans in that area. So I get all excited about this stuff. Moving right along, pantries. That's always, that can just be that could be a whole nother show in itself. Does this look familiar? And no, that's not my pantry, just in case you're wondering. Well, if space is tight, but you're still aiming for organization, this is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's not cheap, but it's well worth it. Actually, I had this one in another life, but I highly recommend it. It's all the little hidden compartments, see all those doors, they move, and you can actually reach in, and I mean, just an inordinate amount of space. And these are just smaller versions, but I mean, they still bring an inordinate amount to the table. The dreaded silverware, knives, utensils. I get asked all the time, what the heck do I do with these? Well, the answer to silverware and utensils, it's just this, clearly. It's compartments. And you're going to need multiple compartments to keep everything straight. So here's just a few options. See, there's even like a double decker on this knife drawer. Now, there are also very specific specialty drawers. For example, the cutting board drawer. I have this and I love it. I mean, it's a snap. And if you're a K-cup person, hey, look no further. This one is for you. Tired of your stale bread? Well, problem solved. And if you're one of those that need your spices at your fingertips, here you go. Your dishes can even be organized via a pegboard installation. And then if you're really trying to max out your storage space, you can have a double-decker drawer within a drawer if you want. Hate seeing all of your cords and chargers on your countertops? Well, you can recharge your electronics while they're out of sight in their own personal drawer. Love it. Now, who doesn't have an everything drawer in the kitchen? If you don't, I would really like to meet you. This one is, it's phenomenal. It's an answer to prayer for many people. You just don't know it. But I'm telling you what, you need it. Because look at this. Look at this. It's amazing. Okay, next question. Who has trouble organizing their wine? I knew I would have your attention now. So these wire rack rollouts work like a charm. And even better, you can stack them as high or as low as need be. Look at that. I mean, it just pulls right out. You just checked out the label, pull out your bottle, and you're good to go. It's awesome. Now, most people, they have a hard time figuring out where to store the cookie sheets. Filing them with these kind of like, the one on the right is also known as like a U-shape filing. These tend to work better for everyone. Doesn't matter if it's in an upper cabinet or a lower cabinet. This is typically the best. And then if you have trouble reaching things in your taller cabinets, the problem is solved. This organizer is, I mean, it's perfect for this issue. You just reach in, you pull down, and then everything is at eye level. It doesn't get any better than that. And then my last two favorites are the pop-up shelf for the Mixmasters and Lazy Susan, which we all know holds an inordinate amount of product. And Lazy Susans, they're a perfect fit for those corners that you really don't know what else to do with them. So that about sums up my top 50 favorite organizational accessories for the kitchen. So, I mean, these really are some of the very best tools that you can get to keep your kitchen clutter-free and completely organized. And so if you have any questions or you need help designing or redesigning your kitchen, please feel free to reach out. I would love to help you. So that's it.
Cathy, that was fabulous. So much amazing information. I was looking around, I know you can organize anything anywhere in the house, right?
Yes.
And I was just thinking about how much I need you because there's so many areas of clutter.
Well, I am just one of those. The more clutter that I have, the harder it is for me to focus. So that's why I just long years and years ago, I really got into organization, and everything needs its place. And if everything doesn't have its place, then to me, that's my sign that it needs to go. So that's how I run my life. But, I mean, even for people that have kitchens that are, they don't want to upgrade them or remodel them, these accessories can usually be upfitted into their existing. So that's the good news.
Cathy, that's great news. Well, I have you on Spotlight. Can you share with our audience if they need to have their whole house uncluttered, what might be the first place to start in hiring you? Is it the kitchen?
Yeah, that's usually the biggest train wreck when I when I walk in, or people will call and say, yeah, we have a disaster, and it starts right when you walk in the door. So yeah, just call me, reach out. Another area that's usually a disaster are closets, and I mean, I could have gone on all day about all the fantastic organizational accessories that are out there, because they exist for closets as well, and laundry rooms. So those are probably your three top areas. So yeah, just give me a call.
Oh, the old laundry room. That's another one.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. It ends up being a catch-all. It's usually like at the back door, like, from the garage, and it just becomes a catch-all. People drop things. They have their shoes, their, whatever. And so yeah, yeah. Those are the top three disaster areas that I see.
Hey, Cathy, can you please share with our audience who are listening on the radio and they can't see the banner of how to contact you? What are the best ways?
Okay. So call me. I always answer my phone if I can. So that number is 703-895-3798. And if for some reason I don't answer, leave me a voicemail, or you can always text me as well. I respond to those as just as promptly. You can also email me, and that email address it's Cathy with a C. So it's Cathy Fulton 1965 at gmail.com.
Fantastic. And Cathy, one more thing before I let you go. Can you please tell people about our new show, what's trending, and if they're interested in being a guest?
Oh, yeah. So what's trending? It's every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it truly, and this is just not just because it's our show, but it has truly become my favorite day of the week. And we talk about a little bit of everything. Today we had on a bridal gown designer, and actually she's specializing in veils right now. But I mean, it's just so much fun. We're going to be talking about Botox. We're going to be talking about vintage clothing, um, finances, real estate. It just a little bit of anything. So anything and everything. So if you have a hot topic, or if you have a message that you would like to get out there and be on the show, feel free to contact me. I would love to talk with you and see how we can work together and get this out there to the world.
Outstanding. And I'm going to bring you back. But Cathy is also part of our new show that is coming out May the 4th. And the show title is A Woman's Prerogative. So this is a panel show, which is really a lot of fun, where we'll be discussing all kinds of uh, women's issues, women's opportunities, women's successes. And we encourage you to join us. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. British Summer Time.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be fun.
It is definitely going to be fun. All right, great job today, as always, Cathy. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, thank you. I had a blast.
Well, it was very educational, and really it's something that all of us have to look at in our lives. How organized are we? How much clutter do we have? I really feel like if your home, if your car is filled with clutter, probably your mind is cluttered as well.
100%. You couldn't have said it better. So take steps to turn that around.
Exactly. Get rid of that clutter.
That's
All
right.
Cathy Fulton, Talking Heads expert and co-host, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
She has so much to offer, so much experience, expertise, and she's a really great person. I really do care about her. We've become fast friends, and I know that you can do the same with her as well. So please do reach out. Her information is here. So she's also given her email address, which I want to share. I just updated that. Here we go. Cathy Fulton 1965 at gmail.com. If you're interested in being a talking head, it is by invitation only. And the invitation I'm giving right now, we have an opportunity for one more person to join our team. You must have 5 years experience in your field. You must be an excellent presenter and know your material. And you must have an open heart and be willing to engage with people. When people reach out to you, they want to get to know you. We expect you to get back to them and share your knowledge and expertise with them. So if you're interested, you can contact me on usaglobaltv.com. All right. Thank you so much. I also want to share this with our audience. I also want to share about our new radio stations. Here we have an announcement that we're not only on television and business talk radio as we've been, but we're also on mytunerradio.com and onlineradio.com as well. So you can listen to us 24/7. You can be sleeping in bed with the phone next to you and you can hear Dr. Jacqueline, no, I'm kidding. Turn off the phone. You don't want to hear me. All right. Thanks again, everyone. We'll be coming right back with our next show, which is the Corner Bookstore. Diane Floyd-Boehm has the day off, so Roland Friedel will be sitting in for her as we interview our author for today. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back shortly. Bye. Thanks, Cathy.